event. In just a matter of minutes, about 5 minutes in fact, we are going to join the auction and watch as the auctioneers do their auction ramble and start to sell stuff for us. This is probably going to be the biggest auction that we've ever had for our shop, and probably one of the biggest auctions for us to change our lives and accomplish some really big goals that we had planned. Any results from today's auction are going towards not just something we've been planning for a while, this little cafe coffee shop, but it's becoming an actual plan. I'm meeting with contractors and all that good stuff. So today is a big day. And hello from everybody all around the world, in Denmark, Arizona, Scotland. I see Diecast Dave is on, our friend Dave. So to all of you that are joining us, thank you so much for following along. This was probably one of the biggest finds of my life. It's not very often that you buy contents sight unseen, like a storage unit or something like that, end up finding all kinds of gold and diamonds and jewelry. This is truly a remarkable event. And all of you right now who are watching live are a part of this and watching this monumental event happen. It's just going to be crazy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be flipping the camera around soon. I'm going to have you on a tripod and we're going to be watching this auction together. And we'll probably just do the first, we'll probably do an hour of the sale or so, maybe like the first 100 lots. I will do my quasi commentary on each lot as things come up, and we will see how things are going. So without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to get this set up here. And now this is a screen recording another screen. So it's not ideal, but it's what we have. This is our high technology here today. So we're just going to do, we're going to log in. If you're interested in logging in yourself right now, you can go to kauctions.ca and log in, and you can click the live now button and it'll bring this up for you as well. Okay, the audio seems a little bit low. So I'm just going to send them a message. So I'm just sending the auctioneer a message right now that the volume is really low. Okay, hopefully they get the volume fixed before we get going here. So I'm just letting you know the volume is still low. So you guys can probably barely hear that right now. I'm trying to get them to turn their volume up so we can hear it. It's going to be starting right away, folks. Hopefully they get the... Oh yeah, there was one adjustment we had to make. Okay guys, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get a message over to these guys because I can barely hear them. I've got the volume cranked. It can't go any louder, and I can barely hear what he's saying. But he's basically just giving the terms and conditions of the sale. Oh, helps that I didn't have I had my headphones plugged in.
Bought it,
there we go.
You gotta pay for it. So,
wow, I was blasting that through my headphones. That's why the volume seemed low. Wow, it's good. Hopefully, there we go.
And we have some more later. There's approximately another couple hundred lots coming in February. So what's the net? Lots of great sales coming up in February, and we've got a regular sale tomorrow, of course. But here we go. We're on to lot number 8002. We got a 10-carat yellow and white gold fancy.
This is where it starts happening, guys.
I got 650 out of the chute. 700. 650. 7 gotta be
Appraised at $2,000. We'll see how close. I mean, the $2,000 appraisal is basically if you went into a store to buy it, that's what you'd have to pay to replace it. So right now, people are probably going to start seeing. Oh, 700. There we go. It's less than half price right now. 750. Oh boy. 800. In my mind, even if somebody gets it for like $1,000 or something, they're still getting a half price. This actually has the actual appraisal for it too. You guys see that? So these have we paid money to get these appraised. There we go. In the good old days, you'd be standing around with your bidder number up. I'm actually looking forward to going back to live auctions.
Last call. When I say a limited amount of time to bid, 950, 975.
950. You think we'll get to $1,000?
3 seconds. 950, 975. 950, 975, 975, 950, 975. 950, 975, 975, 975, 950, 975. Last call.
It's clear at my end, folks, the video. There we go, 950. So got a good deal on that. Hopefully the video clears up for you if it's a bit blurry on your end. Some people said it's not. $3,000 appraisal on this one. Currently at $850, not even half price.
We've got a 14 karat yellow and white gold diamond bracelet.
What do you think it's going to go for, guys?
Insurance coverage is $3,000. Most of these have been appraised by a local.
Yeah, they all been appraised by a local jewelry company. White gold diamonds. It's a diamond tennis bracelet, basically. 14 karat, lots of gold on there. Let's see. 1575, somebody's guessing. I don't know. We're at 850 right now, and somebody's going to get a killer deal on this at $850. I can tell you that much. 875, okay. All the way in Hawaii. And this is in Canadian dollars, by the way. So for those of you that are watching from around the world, our dollar is quite low right now. So what, 900, somebody can do the math. But $900 US is, I think, or $900 Canadian is, I think, $750 US or somewhere around there.
Here it is. It's all here.
So if it's a $3,000 appraisal, it's an extra good deal. That's $1,500 would be half price. So right now, $900 is a great deal. We'll see. It's kind of cutting in a little bit. That's not our feed. That's the yeah, $700 US is what that is. Thank you, Laura. $700 US, $3,000 thing.
So for anyone in the US, this is about half price.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's actually kind of a nice thing. Madam Rack sure had good taste, I can tell you that much. She liked the fancy things in life. Oh, looks like they sold it. 925. There you go. See, there's some deals to be had here today. The appraisal is in Canadian dollars, yes.
Buyer number 8. The 10 karat yellow and white gold diamond bracelet. $2,000.
Yes, the Gecko bracelet is being auctioned today.
750,
750 bucks. $2,000. So we'll see if we get close to half price on this. There's going to be a few pieces in here I think people are really after, but these tennis bracelets are going to be gone and done in the first little bit here. So let's see if we get there. Was it Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania? That's where the groundhog is from. Punxsutawney Phil, right? I watched Groundhog Day. Probably one of my favorite movies. You want to be inspired to do more with your life? Enjoy every day? And who doesn't like Bill Murray? Yes, Tommy O. We already got our money back on this deal, so everything selling here today is profit that's going towards putting up our little building there. There we go. There's some real fancy rings. There's like $6,000 rings coming up. I'm really curious to see what those are going to go for. I like how the other auctioneer's just hanging out in the background there. Boy, this is nerve-wracking, guys. Yeah, I think I got back the dumpster fees and everything. This is all pretty much just profit at this point. 825 bucks. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost at... See, people are realizing now as they're logging in that these are all going to sell. The first few things at an auction generally go fairly cheap, and then it's like the front to middle end of an auction is where things go crazy. See, look, this is going for more money than the 14 karat gold. The same thing. Somebody could have had a much better deal if they would have placed their bids on the other one. But maybe they like the look of this one better. Maybe they like the link. There we go. Okay. The nice thing is everything's being very inexpensive to ship because it's small. So a person could buy a whole like shoebox full of jewelry and it's not going to cost all that much to ship. White Llama, I see your comment there. He says, I was so skeptical in the first few days of the house series when it was mostly clothing you sold in bulk, but then damn. Well, yeah, it is. Sometimes you got to take a risk, and this was a risk that we took. 10 karat gold, fancy cut diamond bracelet. $1,800 appraisal value, 675 bucks. That's like 500 bucks US right now. Staten Island, New York is the high bidder right now. 725. Boy, you think it's going to go any higher, guys? We'll see. There, my streaming here is kind of cutting in and out a little bit. It could. I don't know if it's my connection or their feed or what's going on, but you can kind of see it. Okay, let's see. Somebody, W. Bartley says, I watched all the house episodes. I guess you didn't show all the good things you found until now. That's right. Mainly for security's sake, we didn't want to show all the, you know, would have been quite the episode if I would have showed all this stuff being found. But man, it was pretty awesome. 825 bucks. Okay. It's no, my kids are not watching Netflix right now. That's not, I think that's their feed. I don't know if it's ours. Okay, what I can do, if the feed keeps cutting in and out, I can turn the volume down too, and I can just, I can lower the volume down a bit. So we have almost 1,000 lots in this auction today, which is crazy when you think about it. But the first batch of stuff here is all appraised items, all appraisal stuff. I'm going to turn that down a little bit, and I guess I'll do a little bit of talking because they're kind of coming and going. I am the seller. So somebody said, are you the sellers or the buyers? If you're asking me, we are the consigners of every single lot in this entire auction. So everything that sells here today is getting put in the piggy bank to go towards putting up a coffee shop that we're planning on building in spring, which was highly optimistic of me. I had no idea how we were going to build it. And then this came along, so it was absolutely perfect. Okay, you want me to turn it up a bit? There we go. I'll turn the volume back up. Somebody said turn it back up. $1,800 suggested insurance coverage at $750, $800. It's at 800 bucks right now. It's still half price. That's what it looks like. I should click on these pictures a little bit more so you guys can see. Ooh, that's actually a good picture. Kind of a pretty looking thing, isn't it? Worst description of jewelry ever. Kind of a pretty looking thing. This is why I shouldn't write description, but it is a pretty piece. $875 right now to Chicopee, Massachusetts. Probably one of the more challenging states to have to spell on a spelling bee. At least Mississippi has a song that you can sing. Now this piece, you look how many pieces are going all over the United States and Canada, because people in the United States, I'm sure, know that the value of the Canadian dollar is really low right now. So this is even a better deal for them. So you get like $1,000 piece for 300 bucks or something, or $1,500 piece for a few $100. 475 Canadian is about 300 bucks US, I believe. So somebody locally is bidding on this one. See if I can click on the picture. Hey, if you're planning on getting married or something, this might be a good way to get your ring. Oh, it must be a bit of a delay because it's already moved on to the next picture.
Lot number 8010. We got a 14 karat white gold diamond ring size 6. I got 2.5, 275.
Well, they're moving pretty quick. 250 bucks. That seems to be a fair price, I guess. If you went to the store, it'd be 900, so $300. It's getting there. There's the appraisal for it. 14 karat white gold diamond ring, bright polished custom made mount and flush set, 5 round brilliant cut diamonds. So it's got 5 diamonds on it. We'll see, guys. I bet it stalls out here. There, yep, there we go. 325. Madame Rack used to wear like, I don't know, every finger had like 5 rings on it. So her fingers were just nothing but rings. If you watch the Cadillac video when I bought it from her the first time, you'll notice just how she dressed. She wore a lot of jewelry and I never paid any attention. The lady sure liked jewelry and she sure liked shopping. So $650 ring. This is just about half price, 300 bucks. There you go. So somebody got a deal, half price on that. That's not too bad. Now, what I'm interested in here, must be a delay. Guys, I'm going to try refreshing my feed here, and I'm going to see if maybe I can get a better connection, because that delay is driving me nuts too. So we'll see if maybe now... Oh, where'd the live feed go? Great. I'm going to click the play button. So there we go. Oh, I can see bids coming in. 725 on this one. I'm kind of happy as it nudges closer to half price, half of its retail value. That's good news. So I'm even happy if it gets close to half price. So. Hey, Armin, I see that you're posting a value, but you're posting it with the euros. Oh, there we go. $700. This is kind of a flashy little ring. See, look at this. So it's appraised at 1,400, but it's almost at 1,300 already. That's because somebody thinks it looks super cool. These designer pieces, you never know what they're going to go for. And heck, for all I know, it could have been Tiffany or something, but look at that. That's like pretty well full retail on that. That's a good one. Goes to show the flashier the ring, the higher the price. Yeah, it's okay. So they still got it for less than what it's probably worth, and I'm happy. Let's see, what does this one look like? It looks kind of like almost like trees with. It's almost like a little outdoorsy scene here, but it priced quite high, 2,300 bucks. This would be like an art ring. It's 18 karat gold. This is one of those pieces that probably was done by a designer. Kind of an interesting looking piece. I don't know if those are meant to be like flowers. Maybe the gemstones are flowers, or it almost reminds me of like a painting, like a Van Gogh painting of Starry Night or something like that, with the way it's designed and cut. Yeah, it's getting there. 14 and a half. Boy, oh boy. It is a different ring. I mean, it's not something you're going to see every day. Probably couldn't buy another one like it. I don't know if she had it made or bought it at a store somewhere. Oh, they sold it, $1,450. Okay. 10 karat white gold fancy cut diamond solitaire ring. This is like a ring set. So this would be your kind of a little engagement set. $1,400 appraisal on it. Currently $475. Oh yes, and rings can certainly be resized. I can see we're a bit delayed here on our feed. I'm just gonna pop. It's at 600 now. Look how fast his mouth moves. That's crazy. I bet he could eat corn on the cob really quickly. I appreciate you guys are adding all this stuff up at your end as well.
16, we got a 10 carat. Go white, go.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Another $2,200 appraisal. Let's see what this one looks like. On this one. Ooh, diamondy. Ooh, diamondy. It's actually a neat design. I like how the swoops kind of go up and then back down again. Say $2,200 if you had to go in the store and buy that. So less than half price right now. Look, they're all different cuts of this round cut and square cut diamond. There's a lot of diamonds in there. These flashy sort of rings are really neat. There we go. So here's one here. I got 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 5 and a half. So this one was appraised at 700. It's almost at full retail already. But if you like it, and you don't, a lot of people can't even go out and shop or do much of that in person anymore. So this is a good chance for somebody to get a piece like this that they might like. Little cluster of diamonds. They call that an illusion set because it makes it look like a big diamond from far away.
Thank you.
Where are the okay, we're going to be getting into the expensive stuff here in a little bit. I'm just scrolling down here as we're going through.
I cannot stress enough that and we've got some unique
pieces. That's
coming up, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. This is what we're doing in the first little bit here is all the appraised stuff, and then all the really neat artsy sort of stuff is coming up. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm sure some people are shopping for Valentine's Day. I am wondering what's in the safety deposit box as well. I see somebody's asking. That one's gone, 425. So I can see the feed is a little bit delayed. Hey, this one, look at this, $1,500. It's already at $750. I mean, it seems surreal for me. Like, I realize this is money that's coming in, but it's all money that's going to go right back out the door again to a contractor to put a building up. All this effort to have more space. I just make people eat outdoors and when I have to put a building up. Outdoor winter cafe. I'm sure that'd be great. The auction is kauctions.ca. And if you click on, you can bid. And you can watch live if you want as well. Oh yeah, Madame Rack was a lady. She was full-blown lady. I understand she had tea with the Queen at one point. So I heard. Don't know how true that is, but I heard it from someone. But boy, not many ladies like her, and she sure loved her jewelry. This is kind of, I mean, this is probably... Let's see. It's getting close. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad. I wonder what comment I just missed where he said he was going to get mad or get even. Thank you, Melissa, for moderating downstairs, by the way. My wife is downstairs watching the video. And Heather's on too. And Matthew. So we've got 3 moderators on right now. So thank you guys for that. It allows me just to keep focused on this. Are you guys finding this? Oh boy. This is a big one, guys. It's a $6,000 ring. It's 18 karat gold for starters. It's by Burke's, which is essentially like Tiffany for us. Yeah, if you bought this at the store, you'd be talking big bucks. VS 1 or 2 is very good clarity, very good grade diamonds. It's a half weight total carat. It's 11 grams of 18 karat gold. This is a killer piece, guys. 1,900 bucks is a steal on this piece. Even at half price at 3,000 would be a bargain. You just can't go into a store and buy stuff like this at that price. But unless you find it in somebody's, house underneath their bed in a bag like I did. But you can imagine how excited I was when I was finding this stuff. 22.50, 23.50. We're gonna get there. Somebody's getting a bargain on this guy.
23.50. We'll take some.
If you're people in Canada are bidding because they know what Burke's is. They know that Burke's is really high end. $6,000 ring. Somebody will have bragging rights to say they got a $6,000 ring for 2,300 bucks. Because if they went into the store to buy it, you'd be dropping $6 grand. There it goes. Somebody got a deal. There you go. But that's part of the reason why, even with wristwatches, like sometimes you get them for a good deal, but a lot of times things like this can go up or appreciate.
Everybody in Ontario is happy today. They're a little bit.
Okay, I'm just going to pause that and let that live feed catch up for a second there. So far, things are going pretty good, I would say. This next lot here, it's appraised at $1,000. We are sitting at $600. And yeah, things are all going good so far. So far, so good. I'm a little worried that I just got a text message saying, park in the driveway, see you soon. I don't think I'm supposed to be anywhere today. I think that's... Oh, yeah, I've got 2 picks I'm going on today as well. So we'll see how that goes. Right after this live feed, Steven and I are going on an adventure. And it will be a video, so you guys can watch that video coming soon too. Let's get the live feed going again. We'll see if we can get his Auctioneer's Rambler. This is a nice piece, guys. This is a fancy sort of art ring. White gold, rose gold, diamonds. Check this thing out. Look at that. Isn't that a knockout? This is a nice piece. That's a beautiful, beautiful ring. And I'm sure that somebody else is going to think the same thing. I know this thing's going to get bids. I don't know what it's going to go for, guys. Isn't that nice? Big diamond in the middle, little diamonds down the side, diamonds all over the place. I'm sure it was hard for Melissa not to want to keep some of this stuff back. Melissa and my mom did actually, I did give some rings and stuff to my mom and to my wife, in case you guys are wondering. Yeah, shipping for jewelry should be very reasonable. They'd have to put insurance on it, but oh man, somebody's gonna get a bargain on this. $1,100. That's less than half price. Yep, there you go. There's some deals today.
$1,100 sold it. $1,100. 88. 70. 14. Garrett White.
And there's something to consider too, is that you don't look at what the gold weight is, because an artist and a jeweler had to make it and set it and do all that, and that's incredibly expensive work to get done. That's why you don't look at just what the weight of it is for gold, because it wouldn't make sense. This piece is going fairly good. $700 on a $2,000 ring. Let's see what it looks like. People really seem to like this setting. Orange County, California. Guarantee they're having better weather than we are today. There are no reserves on any of this stuff. No reserves. So let's see. Dig says it's very intricate, and that's why things are going up, because there's some nice detail work. You're right. Oh no, there's a lot of people that are even local here that like this person, I'm sure. There's a lot of people who just buy jewelry as an investment, or if you own a jewelry store, let's say, and your supplier would charge you $1,000 or $1,200 or more for the same ring, it's cheaper for you to buy this stuff to resell it at your store than it would be to probably buy a wholesale even. So there's probably people who are jewelry store owners or so forth that are buying this stuff at wholesale or close to wholesale and then going to resell it. No reserves means if you put a reserve on an item, that means that if it doesn't say, if I had a reserve, if it didn't get to say $1,000, I wouldn't sell it. In this case, everything is going, whether it's $10 or $1,000. We have no idea what it's all going to go for. Yeah, you have to sign up for the auction and get approved for bidding, which means they have to verify your credit card. Okay, so here we go. Andrea in Charlotte, Michigan is currently winning this piece. Apparently she thought she wanted this on her finger. It's a pretty ring. She looked at that and said, I'm going to get that ring. I mean, even at $525, it's still less than what it would sell for. And if you like it, heck, why not, I guess. It's very rare to get close to appraisal value at an auction sale. But, you know, if a person really wants something, you never know how it's going to go, right? And there we go. She's going to probably save herself a bit of money. Plus, she's in the United States, so that's equivalent of only maybe $420 or so that she had to spend on it. So here we go. See how these... There's another couple expensive ones coming up. I'm curious to see how they're going to go. Valerie, all the fur coats ended up going to Mark, who has an Etsy store. And on Etsy, it's Pontiac Dry Goods. We sold a lot of clothing to Swish Vintage here in Edmonton as well. So we are sharing the profits all around town here, and hopefully they do well with the sales of the clothing. Yes, and there will be silver coins. There will be silver coins later in the sale. She did have nice taste. I mean, intricate little detail. Look, there's like little etchings all along the shank there. Boy. Well, this next one coming up here is a $4,000 platinum and diamond ring. Let's see how this one goes. I'm excited to watch the next lot. It's actually, this is really similar to my wife's engagement ring. Melissa has a slightly bigger carat than this, but it's from Burke's, which is an expensive brand. Hers is platinum. We got platinum rings. Melissa and I were wearing platinum. And just a really nice piece. So we'll see. $250. If that's what that's going for, that's pretty low for a $4,000 ring. It looks like they're having some technical difficulties, because I see a guy in a hat, which I can only assume is a tech. You know, he's got he's having a look at the screen and trying to figure it out. I think that they're lagging, maybe. That's what it is. Sorry for the inconvenience. I will take a quick pause and look at the stream. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to flip this around while we're chatting. Bing, there we go. Hi, guys. Why don't men wear engagement rings? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. I'm sure there's probably some, there's probably some great folklore legend about why that is the way it is, but I don't know. You could also just stamp taken on our foreheads, I guess, until we get our wedding ring. Melissa was going to get no refunds engraved on the backside of my ring when we got married. So I'm going to try and answer some questions while we're getting the live feed hooked up. Somebody said, oh, thank you, Sunny Sky, says change the resolution on your video if it's looking like it's blurry. We're currently sitting just under $20,000 Canadian. The big giant silver bar, I sold that privately. That's gone, but there are some silver coins and things like that going through auction. Yes, Madam Rack was married for a short time. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm just trying to read all the questions that are coming through here. Women were given a diamond as a financial down payment. Well, that's better than a goat, I guess. Melissa's mom and dad did not ask for any livestock in trade for her, so that was, I'm looking for my wife's reaction. I can't see it. She's sitting downstairs. Okay. I don't know who this person is, but we're just going to make a little removal there. Okay. So somebody said, oh, I'm worth 10 goats at least. That's some pretty good goats, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go back live now. I'm going to flip it back around, and we'll see. That ring, the $4,000 ring, is currently sitting at $1,700. No, they had no children. We're just going to see if we can get the live feed started again. There we go. There we are. We're back. It's still having a little bit of trouble streaming at their end a bit, but $1,800. If I was going to propose to somebody and I didn't want to spend $4,000 at the store, I would definitely look at an option like this. Or if you just like platinum rings, who's to say you just can't buy yourself a diamond ring for any finger? $1,900.
suggested insurance coverage is $4,000 on this.
Yeah, that's a nice ring. When I got Melissa's, it was they were expensive rings. I mean, for me at the time, spending like, you know, getting an $8,000 ring or something was a big deal. But
1990, going to Granada Hill.
there we go. Okay. Let's see what this does. This is, remember I did a video for those of you that watch my channel where I found a ring that was covered in lead solder. It was exactly like this ring. It's not this ring, but it was just like it. She had a couple of them. So we'll see what this one goes for. It's a lot of bling. That's a lot of ice. 2,600 bucks is what it would be worth in the store. It's a whole pile of diamonds on there. Yeah, I did sell that other ring. 850. Are we gonna get to 900? We'll see. Going to Quebec right now, where there'll be, that ring might be eating Quebec poutine by this time next week. Oh no, now it's going to California. Now they're gonna have a weird hamburger in California with like avocado or something on it. Mind you, that's not bad. I've had California burgers and things like that. $1,000. The Etsy shop name for Mark is Pontiac Dry Goods. He also has another Etsy store called Naked in the Bowery. And boy, he's been finding, how I found these diamonds, literally, he found diamonds in the way of clothing. The stuff that he's been finding out of the clothes that he bought is just some real gems coming out of there. So this ring is still about half price. About half of its appraised value. So for those folks that are bidding, they're still going to get a good deal on it. My guess is that it goes for $1,300. That's my guess. Is it goes for $1,300. We'll see. 1150 right now. I don't know. Is it going to go to Minnesota? Oh, last call for sure. Last call. Okay, somebody's going to get a bargain. 1150. There you go. Okay. I'm glad, you know, I am glad that there are folks that are getting a deal for under appraised value on all this stuff too. It makes me happy that somebody's going to have this and enjoy it. Ashley Carruthers asked, did I get the fire hydrant issue resolved? Yes, I sure did. We are able to build our little building. I got approval for that last year, and we're going to start construction as soon as spring comes around. That's the goal. Let's see where this one goes. A neat looking little ring. It almost looks like a ring that was like detached and then bent in either direction, or like an off ramp. Like you'd have your little car tracks there. It looks like, I would call it the off ramp diamond ring. It's actually pretty nice. I'm sure on your finger that would look quite good because it would go up and down your finger a little bit. San Jose, California. There it goes. Off to Cali. There's a little 18 karat white gold diamond solitaire ring. That white gold?
We got an 18 karat white gold diamond solitaire ring.
I guess it looks almost like yellow gold in the picture, but I guess if it's white gold, it's white gold. There's the appraisal on it. 18 karat white gold diamond solitaire ring, bright polished mount centers an illusion setting, secures one round brilliant cut diamond measuring 3 millimeters. It's a color grade GH, 0.14 karat. Boy, oh boy. Hey, I like your name. Somebody's named Curious Guy there. Okay, we'll see if it passes by, let's see. Was the cost to have the appraisals done very high? Yeah, we had to spend a bit of money to get the appraisals done, but it's worth it for you guys to know when there were things and we weren't really sure diamond weight or things like that, what the retail would be. We thought it best to send off for appraisal, so that's what we did. That way you guys know that it's been officially looked at. And we didn't do that for all the items, just some of the things that we thought were a little bit more unique. Here's a nice rose gold's always pretty popular. Look at that. Some jeweler had to spend a lot of time making this ring with all those intricate little details on it. Yeah, the people love their rose gold. I'll be surprised if this doesn't go close to retail value because it is a pretty ring. Look at that.
11.
I don't know. Somebody said they would have melted down the. Oh boy. That is a nice ring.
12 and a quarter, one time. 12 and a quarter, 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 12 and a quarter.
$1,200. Okay, that's good. Here's a 14 karat rose gold and garnet ring. Look at that. Actually, that's quite. This was quite a big ring. That was a big. It was quite large, actually. I don't know if it says what the weight is on it. 3 carats of garnet, 6.5 grams. So 1350 right now, and that's somebody in Edmonton locally. So somebody in Edmonton saw this ring probably in person, decided that they had to have it. So that's the high bidder is at least somebody here in town. Yeah, it's a chunky sort of setting on it too. But I like the look at the nice little leaf work they have going all around it too. That looks like something the Queen would wear. It looks like a royal sort of ring. $1,400 on that. Florence, Oregon. I've been to Florence, Oregon. I was in Florence and somebody had a Crown Victoria from the 50s with the clear glass roof. And I was like, what? You never see those cars. It was like a 53 Ford Crown Vicky with the glass roof, and I wanted to buy it so bad. Just sitting on their driveway. Somewhere in Florence, Oregon. 14 karat yellow and white gold fancy colored brown diamond. Brown diamonds, there you go. With little white diamonds all down the side of it. The auctioneer's chant or song that they do, that's very traditional here in North America. I think they do it in parts of the world as well. It's intended to just kind of basically, I think, excite the crowd and get people going and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't think it'd be quite an auction without it. I like that. It's comforting to me. It's something I've known my whole life. I used to go to auctions with my dad. You know, get an auction hot dog or auction hamburger and sit there with your paddle. Oh, auctioneers are asking me a question. Oh. Somebody said, how's the live stream going? And I said, a bit choppy. So maybe I'm going to refresh my browser here and see if we can get a better connection. Oh, look, since I refreshed it, it went up to $850. That's not bad. Going to Montreal, Quebec. Okay, let's see if we get the feedback here any clearer. Okay, I'm going to refresh it. All right. Well, no, it's still a little bit choppy, but that's okay. Caribbean Aqua. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it has like sort of little indentations, I guess, as a design, and then a diamond in the middle in the setting. Maybe a lot of people are going to get married after this weekend. All the people, but then you have to wait for it to get. You have to wait for it to get shipped. So, I actually proposed to my wife before I even had a ring, and I didn't know that was kind of something you needed. We were just driving home from. I picked her up from work, and we were driving back, and I picked her up from work, and we're driving, and we had this conversation, and I just said, you know, we've been together a long time, and she thought I was going to break up with her, but really I just knew I wanted to marry her. But I felt caught up in the moment, and I proposed to her without a ring, and she's like, isn't there supposed to be like a ring or something? So I went out and got a ring. It worked out in the end. This is kind of a neat piece. Look at how they designed this one. It's sort of like a box setting with intricate details, diamonds all around, large center stone diamond, rose gold. It's a very pretty ring, I think. Let's see if I can get a... That's a nice ring, right? Sometimes I just look at the design of it and I'm like, cool, that's neat. Sometimes jewelers are artists. That's pretty fancy looking. I think it's maybe because it's a square cut. The way that they did it in a square is a little bit more neat. And look, people are bidding on it pretty good, so other people think the same thing. We looked at it and thought, well, that's pretty cool. That's a nice looking ring, actually. I think there's a few in here that the design of it was really, really cool. Going to Michigan, perhaps. We'll see if somebody, right now, somebody in Michigan's like, yes, 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 yes. Oh, Seattle, Washington. They're like, haha, take that, Michigan. We were in Seattle a couple years ago. We did a little travel video going down to the United States with my family. Normally, when things are not COVID-y, we like to travel quite a bit. So this is a challenge for Melissa and I. We'd love to get out there and see all parts of the world and all over the United States. Everywhere we went, people were friendly. Went through Oregon and Washington, Montana. This is before I knew I had a sister. Otherwise, we would have gone down to visit her in Colorado too. But hopefully I'll make a trip out to Colorado again soon. There we go, another little diamond ring here.
Number 36, we got 14.
This little center stone. See what they say. Clarity is a big deal. SI stands for small inclusions. Cut grade is good. It's 0.1 carat. So it's not a bad cut, not a bad little diamond. When you get into rings and they're like VS, that's very small, or VVS, that's even better yet. Diamonds are funny. The value changes. You could have a ring like this that's worth 5 times the amount if it's like has no inclusions whatsoever. So it all just depends. But for a few $100, somebody's gonna get themselves a diamond ring, which is good. The auctioneer looks like he's doing the Macarena. Oh, he's taking off his headset. I would have been more impressed if he was doing the Macarena, though, I think. So it's still getting bid. Oh, he took his headset off. Now he's really reared up, ready to go. It was like starting a lawnmower when he started back up again. Hey, here we go. $400. Oh, hopefully, Daryl, if this is a gift for your wife or something, we're not ruining an engagement gift or something by live streaming this. They're like both watching the channel. No, don't watch. It's supposed to be a secret. Well, you'll have to turn off the live feed if you're bidding on stuff. Here's another person out in Quebec. I feel like this person's bid on a couple things. It could be a jewelry store. You never know. We'll see. Like for me, if you have 50% margin to make, like if that's $1,000 ring and you can get it for $500, that's pretty good margin, even at that. So for a store watching, I'm sure there's all sorts of good deals happening for them too. But guys, in a couple minutes, we're getting up to a couple really expensive rings, some really flashy ones. So the next few lots should be quite interesting. Somebody said, I hope that Daryl doesn't bid near his future wife. You never know. I propose without a ring. That's quite a bit of diamonds on this thing. I should have polished some of these because I'm sure that gold would look good with a good buffing, but that's double-sided. It's hard to tell from the picture, but it's sort of V-shaped. It's like this with diamonds on both sides. Flared shoulder set. There you go. Bright polished illusion diamond mount with elevated and flared shoulders is set with 59 diamonds. 59 diamonds on that. They're not super big, but still. Almost, so it's 0.75 carat total weight, 5 grams. Comes with appraisal. Worth about $1,800 if you had to go find another one somewhere. But truthfully, it's the next 2 rings that I'm really curious to see where they're going to go, because they're pretty darn cool.
7 1/4, 87.66. Going to Lisa. Lot number 30.
Oh, this one might be going to Australia. That's an awful lot of diamonds. That's an awful lot of diamonds. And that's a thick, heavy gold ring, too. That's why it appraised at $4,000 ring. Look at that thing. That's a lot of rocks. That is a lot of ice on your finger right there. And it's a heavy gold thing, too. I don't know what that thing weighed. I remember thinking, wow, that's a chunk of... Yeah, it's 8 grams of gold. 8 grams. So it's 10 karat gold. You know, it's not like it's 18 karat. It's 10 karat. But still, that's a heavy ring. Okay, let's see. We're stalled out. It looks like it's $1,700. Somebody here in Canada is bidding on it. So that's less than half price on that thing. We'll see if it closes in close to 2,000 bucks. Like I said, I would be happy to see everything go for at least half, but we'll see. 1750 Seattle. Somebody, it's going up a little bit. I can't imagine this wouldn't go for $2,000 with the amount of diamonds on this thing. And that's Canadian prices too. I know I've said that before. These are Canadian funds. So that's you know, what's 1,800 US is probably like 1,500, or 1,800 Canadian is probably like 14 or 1,500 US, somewhere around there. It's getting close to my guess. My hope or my guess was that it would get close to 2,000. 1,800, not bad. This is a real pretty ring here. Look at that one. This was kind of cool because it actually came out over the shoulders. So if it was on your finger, it would be really big and it would go over top of two of your other fingers too. Like it's just diamonds all over the place. 1,800 so far. 1,900.
Some unique looking jewelry.
His commentary is about as good as mine. That is a unique looking ring. 2,000 bucks on this one. You know, a ring like this, it's not common. You'd have to get it from like a designer shop or get somebody to make it. That's not something that a store would generally sell. So you're getting kind of a bespoke, custom sort of piece, because that jeweler might have only made a handful of rings like that. Well, it made it over $2,000. Which is nuts to me when I think about it, because like 2,000 bucks, that's enough to buy like a scooter, like a moped or something, a decent moped at that. But you know, wow.
Are we pausing again?
And
For 2 minutes.
okay, so while they're paused, and oh look, nobody's even bid on this yet. That doesn't seem right. 14 karat gold bracelet with garnet, topaz, amethyst. So that is amethyst. Let's see, garnet, aquamarine, citrine, and what's the green one again? I'm trying to remember here. What's the green stone again, Melissa? I'm having a mental... Peridot. There we go. She had a lot of these multi sort of things. So amethyst, peridot, garnet, aquamarine, citrine, and it kind of repeats. So it's kind of a nice little thing. Thank you. I knew it was peridot, but my mind went blank. Oh, somebody says it's $600. It's showing at 25 bucks at our end. I guess it hasn't kicked in yet. But boy, the auction's going really good so far. It's kind of like, you know, you're in shock. I imagine this is how people feel when the guy shows up with a giant check from Publishers Clearinghouse. You look out your window and they're like, why would we need a piece of paper that big for? And then you realize like, oh, I can do something really cool with all this. It's a tremendous day. It's absolutely a crazy day today. And I'm thankful for all you guys watching live at home. And for those people that are bidding on things too, things are going really well. So we are well on our way to getting this cafe built. We figured that to get the little cafe built, we need probably about 250,000 bucks. It's 150 just to get the building up, like the walls, the siding, the exterior stuff done. 150 grand just for that. And then you have to do the interior work, like the tiles and, you know, the door and all that stuff. So we're really getting close to that now. So yeah, things are going well. Silver Barn to the mattress sold privately. Somebody was asking. All rings can be resized by a jeweler. Yes, they can. And I like that Lisa says reputable jeweler, because you wouldn't want to just give it to your uncle who has a pair of pliers. Don't let him resize it. But if you take it into a jeweler, they'll do a proper job of it. Yes, of course, we have to pay tax on the income from all this. It's not like it's just, you know, free and clear. Of course, you have to declare this stuff. This is all business income, so that gets taxed as well. But yeah, this was a life-changing event for my family, and I were able to reach some of our goals. And the best thing about it is that the thing I'm most looking forward to is having this lovely little coffee shop that eventually people in my neighborhood where my store is and people who come to visit the shop can sit and relax. For me, that's worth it all, to just have that sense of community back. And I think to look forward to something beyond COVID and look forward to something that is really just, you know, I think the way I look at it is I always try and plan for the future, not where we are right now. My mental health is okay because I'm just looking forward to what's coming next. And what's coming next is COVID is going to be over at some point. We're going to have family and friends and people all together again. It's going to be wonderful. So it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to flip it back around here and see if the live feed is going to start back up again. They paused bidding for a couple minutes. They are going to do a couple more lots, I think, and then they're going to get through. I did not get my cough checked by a doctor yet because I have, I often get this cough when it's my allergies, it's making it come together. But for all of you watching at home too, this was a risk. Buying this property was a risk. And for many of you that saw me go through the first video or two, you said it's a waste, you shouldn't have bought it. But you know, you have to sometimes take risks, educated risks in lives, and sometimes it pays off. So we're very fortunate that it ended up working out well, and so glad that things are going well for us. While we are waiting for that to happen, oh, there we go. It looks like they might be back now. Let's see. Oh, wow, that shot up in a hurry. $800.
I got 750.
Wow. That went up in a hurry. Wow, it's getting up there. $900. It's pretty cool. Wow. I'm just gobsmacked. Just gobsmacked right now. Hey, but somebody likes it, right? And there are a couple bracelets like this in this sale. I think there's more than just this one. This just happens to be the one that's up right now. $950. Wow.
So, $950, 85.53. Corona, British Columbia. Lot number 42. We got to take care of.
Oh, black diamond cluster.
With a black diamond cluster, size 7.5. I got 800, 8.5.
Wow, guys.
950.
This is just absolutely crazy day. When they take their break after the next lot, I'm going to log off. I will do a recap at the end of the day after the sale is done and over. I have a feeling this is going to be a good auction. Like I said, my biggest auction I've ever done in my whole life is this one right here, right now. And we still have the next auction next week as well. We still have another auction happening next week. For those of you saying that they need to win the lottery, for the record, I don't buy lottery tickets. I don't play the lottery. I figure that I'd rather put my money into stuff like this than buy a lottery ticket. But some people win. But this to me is more fun, buying this kind of stuff. So it looks like this is just a costume jewelry piece with some kind of green stone. $150. But that's the sort of thing, I mean, if somebody likes it, right? I don't know what it would be at a store. This is the thing. I don't normally sell jewelry at my shop. You take a wild guess, I would never have thought that that would be a $160 ring, but you know, to those that like it, or maybe they recognize what type of stone it is. I can't place what it is offhand, but somebody wants it. I lost the live feed there. Let's see if we can get back to see if the auctioneer is doing his thing. I see his picture there. Oh, he's moved on to the next one. 18 karat white gold wedding band set with diamond.
60, 78, 50.
So that's a $325. We're going to do just a couple more lots, guys, I think. For those of you that are watching at home, you can log into kauctions.ca and you can watch this auction live yourself. If you log in, they do put a $1 hold on your credit card for, I think, a few days if you just want to watch. But when you're logged in, you do have the capacity to bid on things, of course, too. And they will ship anywhere in the world. I'll stress that. They will ship anywhere. And that's why I use this auction house. There's not very many of them that will ship all over the place. Oh, dear. Okay. This needs to be fixed. This is, in fact, 14 karat gold. I don't know why they put gold tone. I'm going to leave a note for the auctioneer. Lot 8054 is 14K, not gold tone. We had a, oops, I put it in. It's knit gold tone. This is the challenge. Somebody that worked at the auction house went in and they changed some of the listings to gold tone, and they took my listings off. That piece, wherever it is, 805, where is it now? 54. This is actually 14 karat gold, but because they didn't use a loop to look for the stamp, they didn't see it. So they went, it's gold tone. Drives me up the wall crazy when they do that, because obviously we took some time to mark all this stuff. Melissa and I sat here with a loop and a diamond tester, and we went over everything. So some of these, like that is actually 14 karat. That was not fixed. Lot 8052. I'm going to stick around for those because I want them to know. 8052 is 14K as well. I'm typing and watching at the same time. So when we get to those lots, hopefully they'll fix that, because that's a little distracting, a little annoying there, but hopefully we'll get that sorted out. A mistake like that can actually cost you a fair bit of money at an auction. So because people are going to think gold tone would just mean that it's like costume jewelry, but in fact they're getting like a large chunk of 14 karat gold. So let's hope that that gets resolved before too long. So we'll see. This one that's being bid on right now, I don't hear the auctioneer doing his auction chant, but it's being bid on. 10 karat white gold ring with diamond cluster. It's a nice ring. There was a few like that, and for whatever reason, okay, so I think
you can keep bidding, ladies and gentlemen.
They're-
Adjusting.
they're trying to fix their live feed right now. This was kind of a cool set that's coming up, 8055. You see that? It's a tiny little set of hairdressers, scissors and combs. Why did she have that? Well, her mom, Chrissy, had a place called Chrissy's Salon back in the 1940s and 50s. So you can imagine a fancy dress to the nines lady, and what did she have on? Her little gold earring set with the scissors and combs. What a cute piece. That's coming up in a couple lots. While they're sorting things out, it looks like people are bidding. It's funny. I guess if you just leave something parked there, people will bid no matter what, even if there's an auctioneer or not. So they are trying to get everything all sorted. Let's click the play button and see if they got it fixed. I'm just pressing play. In the meantime, folks, thank you again for watching today's live auction feed. This does not happen every day. In fact, this might be the only time that something like this happens in my life. The only reason that we're going to be ending right around 11 o'clock for my live feed is that my son Steven and I actually have another pick to go on, and we have a tremendous amount of extremely cool things that we're picking up that there will be a video on, and I have to make sure that we're on time. I will try and refresh. Incidentally, I am always early and never late. So if somebody makes an appointment with me and I say I'm going to be there at noon, I'm probably there at 11:45, 11:50, and I check and see if they're okay meeting. I like to respect people's time, and so I like to be very punctual. So I told these people I'd be out there right around noon, and it's about an hour from here. So as much as I'd love to stay on with you guys for a really long time, we want to make sure that we are respecting the house that I'm going to. That said, this auction is live for your personal viewing and pleasure. You can log into kauctions.ca and click on their bid live and watch it live yourself. You may have to sign in to do so. That said, there are a lot of really cool pieces coming up here, and boy, is it ever going to be a lot of fun. So somebody wrote, Madame Rack always wore so much jewelry. I wonder where the jewelry went when she passed. I think that when a person passes, their jewelry comes back. Actually, I can tell you, it generally comes back in a little sort of Ziploc bag or something that they remove it and give it back to the family or next of kin. In this case, you know, there was no next of kin, so to speak. So all this stuff ended up being able to be purchased by myself, and boy, am I ever glad that I did. That said, we did find some family members of Betty Jones, and we were able to get back family photos and some family items that should stay in the family, and was very happy that we were able to do that. But for now, we're watching these lots and you know, it's going to be an exciting day to get the total at the end here. I think somebody was saying, Melissa, keep the feed going. But I think Melissa's got stuff she wants to do too. I'm going to flip this around, guys. It looks like they're just getting things sorted out their end at the auction. So yes, this is so far going well. I think they're going to get their live stream all sorted out. So hopefully it's much better for you guys when you're watching later on. For those of you that tuned in and are watching, appreciate all you guys logging on today, and hope that you get some great deals. Somebody said, who is Betty Jones? It's Betty Joe, or Betty Joan, I should say. She was a lady. All of this stuff, all of these items came from one estate. And that lady was a ballerina. She was a piano teacher. And I think that she did some modeling at some point as well, as her family had clothing companies. So Madame Rack was a beautiful, eccentric lady that I had a chance to meet. And we ended up buying these items from the estate and thankfully found them in the house when I bought the contents of the property. And just tremendous that it's going to make all of our dreams basically come true this year. I said it, I think last year, is that we wanted to end 2020 on a high note because it was not a great year for a lot of people. We lost somebody, a lot of you lost people too. We wanted to end it on a high note, and we ended up buying this estate, finding all this stuff, and now in 2021, we get to do all these wonderful things. So thank you guys so much. And we are very much looking forward to seeing how the auction results do at the end here. And we'll give an update and see how it goes. So stay watching online if you like by logging into kauctions.ca, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll see y'all soon. And the auction is running all day, so don't miss it. There's lots of fun stuff. And also on January 30th, if you saw pictures, furniture, and collectibles that were inside the house, 90% of the stuff that we put through the auction for next weekend. So the rest of the stuff from that video series is going through the same auction house, K Auctions, but going through next week. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you all very soon, and have a lovely day. Bye for now, guys. Bye.